shame to have yet another death in the area.
What do you mean another?
Possibly just disappearances. I mean, who really knows?
Well, I know goddamn well that the man is swinging from his goddamn rope right now.
We hadn't been able to afford a holiday while the kids were growing up.
What?
But finally, between my salary and Steph selling some of her paintings, we'd scrabbled together the funds.
So you reading something? What you read? You got a note?
With 2 nights to go, we
Let me see.
planned to spend
You said
the afternoon
with 2 nights
exploring
to
a
go,
section
we
of
had
the
to
forest
plan to
by the
spend the
lake we
afternoon
hadn't
exploring a
seen
section
yet.
of the forest by the lake we hadn't seen yet.
At dusk,
At dusk, I was collecting things together while Steph and the kids answered the call of nature. You know, they got their busy.
They didn't come back.
They didn't come back for some reason.
I spent hours searching, calling, to no avail. Frantically, I headed towards the only sign of civilization I'd seen. A grand mansion with a mountain behind it and a lake at the front.
Okay.
I'd heard of this new invention called a telephone.
Oh, okay, so this is
Whoever
far in
owned
the
the
past.
mansion
No wonder
was
they look like
surely
that.
rich enough to own one.
Little girl
Or
here
at least
small.
have some horses. Rumours and superstitions were rife about this part of the country.
I've show.
I put those down to silly old wives' tales designed to scare children. I reluctantly began to
What does that
wonder
mean?
if there was some truth
What
to
was the superstitions?
tales of
Okay, there we go.
ghosts and fell beasts didn't bother me. I didn't believe in such things. The stories of Edgar Allan Poe were entertaining, but nothing more.
What was that? I can't hear you all this
I
music.
reached the mansion and hoped to find help there. At the very least, someone should be able to aid me in some way.
Man, you better leave, bro.
If they couldn't, there was no hope of aid from any other source, unless I found my way back to civilization and the police conducted a full search of the countryside.
Okay, so do that part. Why you gonna go to a random mansion you don't know nothing about?
It would be too late. This mansion
How you know it'll be too late?
was my only hope.
How you even know what happened? Alright, we going to the mansion, y'all. This is an impressive building indeed. Man, let's get in here. Just what is your business on this godly hour? Hey, my good man, let me in. My family are gone missing. My family have gone missing, and I need help. Do you have an invitation from a member of the family? What? No, I don't. My family have gone missing. If you do not have a formal invitation, then I cannot allow you to enter the house. There are no exceptions. I bid you goodbye, sir. Now what am I going to do? Was that Steph? I'd better go check it out. The scream seems to have come from the southwest. Not knowing where I was heading, but following the sound of the screams, I ended up somewhere in the forest. There, I beheld a sight that made my blood run cold. There was a man hanging from a tree. As I stared at the grisly scene, a young woman approached me. Sir, I was sent to find you and give you this invitation. She hands me an invitation card. She's clearly shaken by the sight of the dead man. Give it to the butler, and he will let you in. Woman, you don't see the dead person up here? What we doing? The young lady stares in horror at the hanging man. Do you know who this is? Yes, sir. His name was Paul. He was a footman. I liked him. He was always kind to me, and he was quite a dizzy, despite not having much education. Lady Charlotte heard you at the mentioned door talking to Giles and told me to come via the 7th door to the forest and find you. She has seen a woman and 2 children who appear to be lost. Okay, let's talk about why this dude hanging. You like this dude? He just randomly hang. Why he dead up here? But then I saw Paul here and I... We must report this to the authorities. My family. Someone has seen my family? She's still staring at the body, unable to tear her eyes away. Should we cut him down, or even bury him? We can't yet. The police will need to see the crime scene without any interference, for I am detective. Whatever my name is. I suppose so. I need to rush back. I know it seems cold given the circumstances, but I do wish to receive punishment. I do not wish to receive punishment for failing in my duties. The punishments can be severe. Is that what happened to him? What do you mean? Just leave. You still have work at this time? It must be past midnight by now. The family I work for have unusual habits. Lady Dennis suffers from lunacy. She becomes highly agitated during the full moon and often creates havoc. So the family have got into the habit of staying up late to deal with her. I see. What about the invitation? That's a house rule. Nobody enters without an invitation. Even if accompanied by a servant or family member other than Lord Dennison himself, he is a law unto himself. I'm sorry, but I really must get back now. Paul, rest in peace. I will come make sure you get a proper burial. The young woman, weeping uncontrollably, runs back towards the mansion. I'm left with only the corpse swinging gently on the rope for company. Hey, bruh. Where you get the abs at, bruh? You got an ab maker back there. Things are like they fresh out the oven, boy. Looks like he's been here for a long time. The bluish shade of his skin could not be the result of the cold air alone. It's unnatural, like he had some kind of strange disease or ingested some kind of poison. Maybe he ate a Smurf. That's it! It's not Paul, but he is Gargamel! Alright, I can't do anything with the rope, but surely I need to leave him for the police to inspect. The police I shall not call, because I must find my family first. Even though the police would probably be better at searching for my family than me. Ha ha! A few things to bear in mind. The game saves your progress automatically. Checks. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Alright. Okay. I'm not sure what that wheelbarrow has been used for, but it has dark red staining inside. I fear gardening was not its only use. A large shed in the middle of a forest? Odd choice of location. It's bigger than I'd expect. Maybe a converted barn? Why is it an odd location when they mansions in the middle of the forest? How does that make sense? It feels old, but structurally sound. If I have a use for the wheelbarrow, I can come and get it. But I'm not lugging it around with me. Huh! Let's go back. Oh, okay, dead body. Dense foliage is all around, creating a safe and advantageous environment for the many squirrels and other small denizens living here. Huh. The tree stands out impressively, even in the sometimes dense woodland. I'm guessing it may even have been around long enough to have started life when George III was on the throne. Oh, okay, whatever me. I run straight back to the mansion, not stopping to explore the forest and lakeside area. That will wait for later. Should the need arise. We did. Stop lying. After a brief moment, a man opened the door. I have an invitation from Lady Charlotte to enter the mansion. Lady Charlotte does the most extraordinary things at times. I'm not going to simply take your word for it. We had to provide. I see. It appears to be, I am not aware that Lady Charlotte has left the house tonight, so I suppose she sent a servant to do her bidding. Do come in, sir. I shall take your thought aloud and fetch her ladyship. Why did you tell me all of that, sir? Are you going to punish the servant? Please wait here while I fix Lady Charlotte. You may leave us now, guys. Very good, my lady. Lady Charlotte studied me keenly before speaking. I see you got my invitation. Jolly good. Thank you for your kindness and hospitality, madam. Of course. Do you happen to know something of my family's whereabouts? My wife and 2 young children, 1 boy and 1 girl? Oh, did I see them? I think maybe I did. You mean you don't know whether you saw them? Oh, yes. Now that I think of it, I did. So where are they? Patience, my good man. Patience? I'm desperate to find them. I'm feeling woozy. I need to go and lie down. You may search the mansion if you like. I have nothing to hide. Or perhaps I do have something to hide. But I want you to find it. Hell. What? Lady Charlotte gives a smile and slightly delirious laugh. I don't remember when and where I saw them. I've not been feeling myself lately. You sure you haven't been feeling yourself? A loud bang followed by a low groaning as hard from the east. Did you hear that? Your imagination is getting the better of you. This old house is full of strange sounds. That was no random creak created by the wind in an old house. That was someone in pain. Oh, dear heart. Oh, you're right. You have the most vivid imaginings. As for me, I must rest. I shall see you later, no doubt. I'm sure I heard something, and I'm sure people around here know more than they're letting on. Time to investigate. God damn it. I must keep a tight hold of my emotions and remain as objective as I can. My family's future depends on it. All right. What a wonderful sofa. I wish we could afford something like this for our own house. Or indeed have enough room for it. Maybe one day, you know. Hey, wait a minute. I must remain in control of myself and continue deducing things. This chair looks very comfy. Maybe I should just go to bed. I don't have time to dawdle. I must find Steph and the kids, goddammit. One of these newfangled gramophone players. We can't afford one ourselves, but this family has the latest technological wonders. I'm getting distracted. Let's get this damn budget. Who is walking? Is that me or you? So you're the butler. What's your name? I'm indeed, sir. Have been for many years now. I go by the name of Kyles. I didn't know. Wait, it's just the narrator there? I don't know butlers were allowed to drink while on duty, but I can smell whiskey on his breath. How long have you worked here, sir? I don't know more than 2 score years, sir. I started out as a stable boy, would you believe, back when the family still had horses. Of course, I was a mere wee lad back then. A mere wee lad? Are you Scottish? Haha, you caught the twang, did you? The answer is yes, but barely. I was a wee man when I came to England, and I rarely see my Scottish kin. Every now and then, the old language slips out there. Do you have a telephone in the house? Or any horses? Alas, no. We have no real means of communication with the outside world. The family likes being in seclusion. We did have horses, but not for some years now. You did mention that, my friend. Why do you keep bringing up the horses? Do you know anything about the hanging of a man in the nearby woods? Gracious me. No, sir, I do not. Shame to have yet another death in here. What do you mean, another? It seems that is my most unfortunate place, sir. Many deaths over the last few years, or maybe suspected deaths is a better expression. Possibly just disappearances. I mean, who really knows?
Well, I know goddamn well that the man is swinging from his goddamn rope right now. What do you know about the death, sir?
I know nothing at all. That's what I'll tell him anyway. What does that mean? He clearly knows something, but he'll never tell me, unless I whoop his ass thoroughly. Have you seen a woman in too small channel travel into the house? I have not. Someone could have let them in, I suppose, but I find it extremely unlikely. With the few staff we have available, it's like anyone is looking for extra work.
I shall return later. Also, you said people can't get in without an invitation, so of course you didn't see them get in unless they had an invitation, right?
Yeah. What you say? Oh, I heard someone come in. I thought I made it big Charlie.
I'm afraid not. I'm a visitor looking for my wife and children who have gone missing.
I'm sorry. I have lost children myself. I hoped Charlotte had come to play the piano so I could accompany her on the harp. It calms me somewhat.
You look calm in the face enough, lady. I am sorry for your loss.
It was years ago. I am Isabel, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
I am Samuel, my lady. Samuel Taylor. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Now, where's my goddamn family? I know they came as a brother.
Charlotte is here. I was playing on the harp while she played piano. It cleanses my soul. She plays very well. But she's not here. I will go.
I think she is caught up in her own grief that the fact of my own family missing didn't even register with her. How disrespectful. My sorrow is worse than yours, because it is new. A bit of an odd fish, really, but I suppose it's understandable. I play this damn harp myself. I've rarely heard the instrument played, but I am told it can create very beautiful melodies when in the hands of a skilled harpist. A grand piano sits at the side of the room. I can play simple melodies if I have the sheet music in front of me. I seem to have no head for remembering them as some people can. According to a tiny plaque, this painting is called the Purple Rose of Cairo, artist unknown. The statue is huge, almost twice the height of a man. I presume, given its location, that this statue is a famous composer, but it's not one I recognize. Maybe someone local or even a family member. All right. An unlit oil lamp. I've never understood why people hunt animals and put their stuffed heads on the wall for people to gawk at. What a sad end for such a majestic creature. I am actually quite good at buildings. When I get a chance to... I am distracted again. There's no time to practice my plotting and caraming skills. You sure? I don't seem to care about my family and I'm investigating. I can hear the clock strike 1. Okay. My knowledge of Greek mythology is limited, but I would say that these unclad ladies are nymphs. The one at the far end is holding a cluster of grapes. What a lovely way to relax this must be. Huh. It's cold. Clearly whatever fire normally heats this is not burning right now. That's understandable, given that it's the middle of the night. Though I'm starting to feel that nothing would surprise me in this place. Nothing. Smack it in. The browns feel smooth to the touch. I make sure to slap that booty before I left here. Ah, I see a rope. There's a long, thin pipe cord up here. It must have been used to top up the pool at some point. It seems to be a surplus to requirements. I've taken the rubber hose. I've taken the grapes. Can I not go upstairs? I have never seen such a grand chandelier before. It must be the equal of those that like the fine places in Europe. I may rush a bit to get back to the mansion earlier. I didn't explore the area outside. I should scour for clues. What's this? What's that? What's that? At the top of the pillar is a set of rooms. I'm not sure what language they are. The rooms are not simply carved into stone. Each one is separately embossed. I can push them down, but nothing happens. These rocks jutting out of the water make me feel uneasy. I feel like they shouldn't be here. Even though it's not far from the shore, I don't think I should risk trying to jump onto it. Firstly, I can't think of any benefit to doing it, and it's glistening with a sheen of water. One slip, a bump on my head, and that would be the end of me. Is there... whatever. Another rock seemingly defying gravity at the surface of the water. The ground rises and falls sharply around it, leaving just enough for the rocks to sit on. The tree sits imposingly on the banks of the lake, firmly anchored by its deep root system. Right. The rock appears to have been placed here. I can't be sure if it was an entirely aesthetic decision, if there's some other reason for it. The rock is heavy. I have no reason to push it around. It's a lot of rocks. The moonlight reflecting in the lake is so beautiful. I wish I were in more of a mood to enjoy it. The wagon is a strange size. It looks a little small for a horse, but large for a human to pull. Though I'm sure if I had a good enough reason, I could move it easily enough. Perhaps it was designed for smaller animals like ponies to pull. Every so often, I think I can see something shiny, which is probably just a reflection. Probably not. Every so often, I see a metallic glint when the moonlight shines on the fire. Reaching into the undergrowth, I find a battered but perfectly serviceable flathead screwdriver. Now, what is this doing here? The door looks to be the sturdiest part of the building. Anything else looks like it may fall apart at a moment's notice. There's no point in trying to get in. This place has clearly been abandoned for several years. That's no indication that anyone has been inside during that time. Yes, well, evidently where the horses were led out of. The ostler and stable-boy would have entered this way. Despite the darkness, I can see enough to know nothing has been left inside apart from ashes. There are also some horse bones. There's like one or more horses were trapped here in a fire. How tragic. My God. Let's go swim. I'll be able to stay down there long enough to have a good enough look without some kind of breathing apparatus. Choose two. I could use the hose to breathe on the water for a couple of minutes, but I would need some way to keep one end above the water. This would be a good way to keep one end above the hose above water, but it needs something to attach the hose to the wheel. Okay. Need some glue or something? Hey, bruh. Has this person who did this capture stuff in the caves? Why did that girl insist on me investigating this? What strange happenings were going on? Too many questions, for which I may regret finding the answers to. God damn it. Let's see now. An oil painting of the lake outside this mansion, I think. Probably by a local artist rather than a famous one. The lake at nighttime is rather ominous, as I found out in the last few hours, although in my panic I barely noticed at the time. A Welsh dresser. Plates, bowls, and other crockery are stored here. A family or a son found in this area, not only living here, but filling their home with the pennies of the locality. Perhaps an indication that they have made this small part of England their entire world. The cabinet must hold all the cutlery. There's a door at the top of the stairs. No one answers my knock. However, I hear footsteps on the other side and someone's breathing. Now open this door, goddammit! What's this? Hey! Hello, miss.
Hello to you, sir. I'm Francesca, the kitchen maid and parlor maid. Since we hardly have any maids left.
Where your maid's at?
Wait, I recognize your voice. You're in the force by the man that hanged, even though I was looking you dead in your eyes.
I was told to go and find you, sir. It was my idea. I do what I'm told. Obedience is sometimes rewarded, but disobedience is always punished.
What happened to the other maids?
I was told they all went away for personal reasons, but I fear something terrible happened to them. People acted strange, terrible noises at night. I can't say nothing no more, sir.
What do you think of the family you work for?
They have always been eccentric, kind, sir. Though in recent years, there's more eccentricity and less kindness.
How long have you worked here?
17 years, sir. I was brought here when I was 10. I was an orphan with no one to care for me.
You've been here that long? My God, let's just go look for another job.
A kid with dead foreign parents living on the streets of London until Lady Isabel was kind enough to bring me here.
What can you tell me about the other stuff?
I like Molly and Gary. I steer clear of Giles when he's up the pole. He can get a bit handsy if you know what I mean. Penelope, poor thing.
He can get handsy? Let's whoop his ass together.
Is there any truth to the tales of
fell creatures roaming this part of the country?
No, not that I have ever seen, sir. Though I have heard terrible noises.
What kind of noises, madam?
Howling of anguish seems to me sometimes, whether human or animal, I do not truly know, though my heart tells me they are human.
That's terrible! Have you told anyone of this?
I quickly learned to keep my mouth shut, sir. People told me I was a silly girl to say such things.
I shall speak with you later. Guess what? It's wine. About Unported and whiskey. Oh, there's just a bit of it left. I can't just take the bottle, even if it is nearly finished. Certainly not without asking the kitchen maid first. Let me get this bottle of whiskey.
It's only leftovers, but it was still given to the servants in kindness. You ain't having it for nothing.
I'll speak with you later. How do you get up there to get to cut that goddamn stuff from there? Okay. Who are you? Who are you, child?
Begging your pardon, Lordship, I'm Molly.
What do you do here?
I'm a scullery maid, your Lordship, though I clean the bed tables too.
How long have you been working here?
Since I was a child, your Lordship. I am not too certain of my age when I was brought here. I can't remember my parents very much, but Lord and Lady Denson were kind enough to take me in and give me a job and food and lodgings.
What do you think of the family you work for?
Please don't ask me such things, your Lordship. I would have no home without the family's kindness, but... No, please, do not ask me this, okay? Just...
Please! If you know something important about the family in this mansion, you must tell me.
I'm sorry. I cannot tell you anything more.
She seems to know something, but it is too scared to tell me. Unless being scared of losing her job or something more. I cannot tell. Do you have a telephone in the house? Or any horses?
Alas, not your Lordship. The family like being in seclusion. We do have horses, but not for some years now.
My wife and children are missing. Have you perchance seen them?
It's sad to me to say I have not, your Lordship.
What do you know of the dead man hanging in the forest?
The dead man in the forest? How horrible. But I know nothing of this, your Lordship.
I'll take my leave of you now, child. Ha! This must be mighty to clean. And the scullery maids are expected to rub sand into them with their bare hands. The magnificence of the rest of the building certainly does extend to the servants' areas. A quick check reveals these pots to contain spices and biscuits. Various cleaning implements are kept here, I presume. I've always found taxidermied animals rather upsetting, as if we are making a celebration of death rather than life. Shut that music up. Although I am very tired, this is not the time to sit down.
Do you know much about this mansion?
It is a very old building built on the ancient ruins of a Roman villa. If you can find him and he's in a talkative mood, Lord Denison knows much more than I indeed anyone else does.
Can you tell me anything of the Denison family?
The Denison family has a noble heritage dating back to Edward III's reign and have lived in this area since Charles I was on the throne. The current Lord and Lady are very traditional in their views, other family members less so.
Is there anything you can tell me about the other servants?
What can I say? Gary is amicable with Tim. Francesca is doing her best to be a cook. Molly is a sweet girl who deserves better than this place. And Penelope lost her mind when the children died. Don't ask me more about them.
I would have thought a mansion of this size would have many staff, not just 5.
You'd be right. And we had about 20 staff here once. But so many have died over the years and not been replaced.
Died?
I lost 15 people. You still working? Boy, you crazy.
The format has been well chosen to have sympathetic colors to the full wooden boards. All right. Odd. It seems to protrude slightly, but I don't think it's supposed to. I do have a screwdriver. Sir, do you mind if I unscrew this? I better not do that while the butler can see me. Hey, butler, get out of here. No. Okay. The door won't budge more than a couple of inches. There's an adjustable spanner on the floor, which I can just barely reach. I'll take it.
Hope you enjoyed that performance, but I can tell ain't nothing else to do.
This has been Broke Man Theater. I hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time, my friends. Ha ha!